Why do bad things happen to good people? I wrote down 3 things. Sin is why bad things happen to good people. If it wasn't for man's fallen nature, we wouldn't be dealing with the stuff we deal with. So sin is the obvious answer to that. But I also wrote down, the Bible says that the rain falls on the just and the unjust. I playing hockey. I know you don't believe that's even possible, but I was playing hockey and I went into the boards and I broke my ankle and 2 plates and 13 screws. Why would that happen to me? It was in the spring of the year. I'm the director of a big conference center. I was on my butt for 13 weeks, couldn't be, blah, blah, blah. Why did that happen to me? Why did that happen to me? I know why. For the glory of God is why it happened to me. It was a bad thing. It wasn't a good thing. I didn't want it, but God used that. God used that in my life. He refined me in so many ways in that, learning that about where my pride was getting in the way. God had to poke me on some things. And so bad things happen to good people because we live in a sinful world. The rain falls on the just and the unjust. I was in Haiti 2 years ago now, and while we were there, Carl's wife had a miscarriage. And the airport was closed. There was rioting. We couldn't get out. I'm like, Lord, why? Right? And yet, I had opportunity to be a testimony to the other guys who were there about God's goodness and His faithfulness and all the rest of that. Sue's at home by herself. I can't even get home to be with her. And why? But God used that, and God refines us in that. I think of Trevor, who's the pastor out in Calgary, whose daughter has lost 75% of her brain capacity from what we understand through something that seems so crazy. And yet, how many thousands of people is God using that to bring them either to Himself or to a place of understanding God's goodness and His faithfulness to us? And so it's not an easy answer. It's not fun. Why do tsunamis happen? Well, the base answer is sin. But the bigger issue for me is, how do we use those things to bring glory to God? And so I watched Trevor Peacock in Calgary, and I go, there's a guy and his wife who are going through it every day, and their desire is, how do we see God use this for His glory? The other thing then that is in that, we talked about this a couple weeks ago a little bit, that sometimes God's answer to our prayers is no, because He's a good God and He's a loving God, and it wouldn't be good for Him to give it to us. Just as a dad, I had to learn, you don't give your kids everything they want. That's not good for them. You give them the things that you believe are good for them and will help them. And so